Okay, quick fence update. Here is the red cedar that we got from Home Depot for $6.41 per picket. I needed about 40 of them. Actually, probably need more, but anyways, I think you get a good deal on this stuff because these boards need some work, you know. They're not perfect lumber but first thing we did was take the boards and run them through the table saw on both sides so that they're somewhat square. And then I'm adding this dado, or this groove, to the boards so that they overlap really nicely, and then they'll help make the bend of the fence. And that's created through this dado bit on the table saw. You simply install that triple stack, or you can actually adjust how big the dado is, and then you run the board through the table saw, and that's what gives you that. And there you go. And then the last step in transforming these boards, so try to do something about this saw cut finish. So I ran these things through a planer, and you can see the finish is much nicer, and that'll give us a better overall look. So that's what we're shooting for. And I've cleaned up sawdust like 3 times already, so we're gonna turn these boards into giant piles of sawdust. Okay, I made a whole bunch of sawdust, like 6 bags worth. So what you see there is probably another 3 bags, but all of the boards, all 40 of them, and there's probably 30 of them right here, have been all V-rustic. So that's that for now. I'll start to plane them. Okay, fence update. So I've been planing these boards, and man, I'm a glutton for punishment. So this is what a stock board looks like, and this is a plain board. These are both the exact same piece of lumber. One has just been planed, and the other isn't. So it takes about 2 or 3 minutes to do each one of these boards, and at this point, I'm not brave enough to do both sides. So I'm just going to do the outward fence post, and I've done about 20 of them right now, and those ones are done. Those ones are uncompleted, and I have a few more. But I'm kind of burnt out on this planing, so I'm going to go up and start installing some of these fence boards and see if it gives me some energy to keep going. I'd like to see some progress. So here we are at the fence, and I kind of stopped after I did a couple boards and decided to I needed a little extra toolage. I started putting the screws in here, and of course I'm using like a metal screw, and you could see I'm not, the bit wanders quite a bit, and after I put 3 or 4 screws in there, I noticed they were kind of crooked, and it really stuck out to me. So I was like, and then the gaps on the fence weren't perfect, so I found this, and I'm going to use this as a gapping tool. So once I get the gap right, I'll clamp it like you see here, and then I just made this, and this is will line up in the center of the bar. And what I'll do is I'll come down here, I'll put this right here, and this will tell me where to drill. So all of my fence posts will be drilled in the exact same spot, and I won't have these crooked screws in the fence. So that will become an optical delusion as I get going on this thing. All right, so okay, back at it. Things are happening. Progress is being made. I'm really happy that I made this this little tool out of scrap aluminum that I had laying around to line up my my screws. It was super easy to just find the center of this metal bar, and then all the way along. And then I had this piece laying around. It's a perfect tool for making the gaps even throughout the fence, because if you stand back, when this is all painted and stained and everything, you'll see exactly how big the gaps are. So I'm really happy, and I just got to make a run to the hardware store and get some more hardware. So, okay, time for a quick update. The curved fence project is finally complete. I'm really happy with that's done, and that allowed me to focus my attention to the motorized drop-down screen project that we kind of started here. We got one more on the way. That'll be a 4-footer there, and I got 2 10s and 3 6s. There'll be another one that goes right here, and then I'm gonna take all of these fence pickets off and scoot them together. You can see these last 3. I took them off and squinched them together. So I'll fill those gaps, and then we'll cut the dog ears off these the tops of the fence and make it all smooth there, and then sand and stain the fence and clean everything up there. And then I can build the gate, and then I will have to atone for my construction sins here. I should have placed this right here, and I should have placed that right there. And so what I'll have to do is do some construction trickery to make it all come out right. But in the end, it'll look good, and then we can get our spiral staircase installed and move from there. So I'll update you next time. Okay, time for another update. We got the inside of the gate stained. We got the big 6-foot wide gate built and installed. We built the rest of the fence here and fixed up the construction sins I referred to in the last video. I'll show you what it looks like from the outside. It's all level with the concrete. This will have a veneer on it later on, or a stone veneer, so you can get an idea what that looks like. So I was real happy with how that came out. We SDS screwed all the 4x4 posts in there, so they're all good. And once the gate was all finished, I could turn my attention to finishing up the motorized drop-down screens. I'll show you how those work right now. We got one remote here, and it controls all 6 of these. So you just go down, and the neighbors sort of go away, which is nice. So I have a total of 6 screens, but 5 can only be controlled with 1 remote, and then I need a 6th remote to finish that one. And then push of a button and they all go up again. So that's nice, and I'm really happy with that. Progress is being made on the spiral staircase. The fabricator came out the other day and installed it. And what's really cool is, you know, it attaches here and then it spirals right around here and exits just as we wanted. The great thing about it is it takes up this kind of a no man's land here. This is where the spiral will happen. And then I ordered the motorized screens that are going to go in here today. So 7 weeks from now I should have those, and going from there. So updates coming soon.